Hi, welcome to Creature Corner, brought to you by Dell and Gnomon School of Visual Effects. My name is Jared Krichevsky. I am a creature and character concept artist working in the industry today. Working on movies that just came out, like Night Swim and Godzilla X Kong, which comes out March 29th. Yeah, we did it, baby. We made it. Normally, Matt Millard would be here with me tonight, but he is frozen in a block of ice. It's very cold where he is, and I think his pipes froze, and he cannot make it with us tonight. So it's going to be me hanging out with all of you. So that'll be a good time tonight. Quick recap on episode 100. So this is now episode 101, but we kicked off the return of Creature Corner with our artist panel. And man, it was a great time. One, just getting to see our friends and all of us together, hanging out and having a good time. It was very exciting. One, as an honor just to sit next to guys that like I've admired for years, and then now I'm kind of like up there with them. Truly like titans of the industry. So we're going to post the link in the comments, and please feel free to catch up on it, because it was a really fantastic panel of artists and everyone there. And we all kind of like came off of it, just juiced, and we heard great feedback from students and people who attended, who told them they told us they definitely felt inspired. So thanks to Constantine Sakaris, Ian Joyner, Jared Morantz, and of course Matthew Millard for joining us and hanging out. We had a blast. And it felt like old times, because I've worked with these guys before and seen them again. Hey, thank you, Enrique. Yeah, we had a great time, and we hope it was knowledgeable enough. Like, we hope everybody kind of gleaned something from it, and we definitely want to do like more of these. It's always like really informative, and then of course, kind of one of the calls of this show is to introduce people to new creature artists and new artists, and all that stuff. So pretty cool. So thanks for checking it out. Thanks for hanging out, and it was a great time. Great, what a way to kick off 100 episodes. There. So that's it for kind of the recap, I guess. Other news is there's a little movie coming out called Godzilla X Kong. I said that already, but I think we're gonna get a trailer tomorrow, because Legendary just posted like a very our first kind of breakdown for it. The movie continues. The epic battle continues. Legendary Pictures Cinematic Monsterverse follows up on the explosive showdown of Godzilla v. Kong, with an all-new adventure that pits the almighty Kong and the fearsome Godzilla against the colossal undiscovered threat within our world, challenging our very existence. So very fun recap. I think hype is off the charts. I know I'm in a bubble here, but it seems like everyone's pretty excited. And then the official Godzilla X Kong accounts started posting that the boys are on the way. So it'll be very exciting. My man, it'll be very, very exciting to see what is in store. And my guess is there's probably going to be a trailer tomorrow, or at least like something, maybe a teaser. Who knows?
Nice.
Nice, bro. All right, so I was reflecting on 101, right? Because like we've done 100 episodes so far. Matt and I have kind of like run a lot of gambits from like crazy, insane ideas, um, to way ambitious stuff and projects. And I thought I would 101 means back to basics, right? And so for me that means mythology. Tatoon, hello, and welcome. So I thought I would go kind of back to the beginning and kind of do a new take on an old myth. You know, can't go more classic than minotaurs, right? Um, but I wanted to do a new spin on a minotaur. You can't just do a minotaur. I mean, you can do a great minotaur. You look good, but like I always like I like mashing up ideas and things like that. So thinking about chimeras and chimeras being the combination of two and more animals. And so I was thinking, what if we did a minotaur that was also a chimera, kind of the bastard. It's a the story of the minotaur is like all Greek legends. It's a little juicy, um, and so I was I was looking up the just here on Google the myth of the minotaur, and I'll read that from the Sun magazine. And it says, in traditional Greek mythology, when King Minos of Crete failed to sacrifice a bull to Poseidon, the god caused his wife to lust after the animal. And by it, she conceived the Minotaur, a monster with a bull's head and a man's body, which was confined in a labyrinth. So back to basics, classic storytelling monster of the Minotaur. And I was wondering, what can we do to kind of add a new spin on it? So I'm using this kind of stream one to catch up with class because I'm when I teach on Sundays. Um, I do the class along with the class to show them how I do it, how to think about things as you're tackling these problems. Yeah, man. Yeah, we had man. It's so good to hang out and be with everybody again. I hope everybody had a restful holiday. And having a good New Year so far. So yeah, like the classic Minotaur trope of and creature math, right? I talk about this a lot as like creature math. So the Minotaur, he's man plus bull, right? And a chimera is basically two or more. So what can we add to this to make it more interesting? And I did a few noodles early on. Um, Again, 101, back to basics, silhouette, shapes, storytelling, all the essentials of design. Um, so I was thinking of, my first pass is always like the standard, which is, Minotaur, man plus bull. And then what if we did a Centaur, right? Where it's man plus like the body of a bull. Yeah, and then I was thinking Minotaur Cyclops mix, like you see like one-eyed bulls or things like that. Maybe something that's a little Harryhausen, um, and but with like alligator tail. That's kind of what I was thinking there. And then this one, I was like, oh man, what if we went a little more crazy? And what if he's got like the body of a bull, the the overall shape is bull, and then we give him like a lizard claw and an alligator tail and like a weird arm, and then what if his whole arm is a squid? You know, what if I fuse these things together? Because I was again uh, going back to the beginning, right? I don't know what a raid is, but it's happening. I don't know what that means. Um, I'm an old person, you know, but happy for y'all to hang out. Okay, they're sending viewers from their channel ending their stream. Okay, cool. Come hang out. We're making monsters. We're just talking monsters today. Um, right. So yeah. So like, what if I went even crazier with this idea? Ah, very cool. Well, thanks, C not. uh, yeah, we're all just decaying at a rapid rate, aren't we? Yeah, we're all falling apart. It's okay. We're old on the outside, but young on the inside, right? It's the spirit that stays young. Okay, so back to that is now I was thinking about the now I was thinking about okay, he was supposed to be a sacrifice to Poseidon. King Minos of Crete failed to sacrifice a bull to Poseidon, right? So Poseidon, god of the ocean. Yeah, what if we did? What if we add a little bit of like Davy Jones to the Minotaur? What if we combine ocean plus mammal and then start going from there? That's a combo breaker, baby. So I'm going to do that. And then for the bull reference, uh, you starting as my kind of like guiding, my North Star kind of bull. There's these guys called Belgian Blues, and they're just massively ripped bulls.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, they're old. Yeah, look at that thing. And they have something called double muscling, where there's a myostatin inhibitor, which is turned off, and because this inhibitor is turned off, the muscle says, "Okay, I can grow as big as I want." So the inhibitor turned on. The inhibitor's turned on, and you can't grow your muscles beyond a certain point. Turn the switch off, boom, up it goes. It shows up in a variety of different animals, and people can also have this turn on as well. Tattoon, talking about body posture. Yeah, that's going to come in. Yeah, those are very large. When it comes to body posture, I don't go crazy in the beginning. It's more about just kind of establishing the look and idea, and sometimes just boring kind of 3/4 display is easiest to resolve, because first, before I resolve anything, I try to resolve the idea. Okay, what is happening on this thing? Because then we're gonna draw it again. We're gonna iterate on top of it. We're gonna keep developing it. So so I want to give them this big hunch here, and then I was thinking again, ocean animals. What can I combine? So I was thinking crab claws. If I hook like a crab claw on there, let me erase all this stuff. If I hooked a crab claw on there, and then I have his other arm over here, and then maybe there's some like other. Again, we're gonna try and Davy Jones this thing. So it's like primarily bull, and this is only for a couple iterations. Right now we explore ideas, and I just wanted to design it kind of from the ground up. Because this is where a lot of the thought process kind of comes in. Rocky Mountain. Dr. Creature. Doctor, please. Dr. Creature was my father. We're doing some Minotaurs. Yeah. Hey, Ty, good to see you, man. Yeah, so we're just starting at scratch. It's a new term at Gnomon, so I thought let's go back to basics for a little bit, and just work on some silhouettes. That was one thing that I also kind of took away from the creature panel, and I know even though these things, it's always good to hear it again. Is that back to basics. Just every so often, just go back to basics, refresh. And that's one thing Constantine was saying is, I doodle with a lot of silhouettes. And for my design students, I make them do a lot of silhouettes. So much work is done in the silhouette. So these first kind of Minotaur concepts, I'm going to start basic and then we'll get like crazier as we go. And because it's in a silhouette, it can be resolved very quickly. Like, I've never seen a Minotaur with a crab claw and a lizard tail. I don't know. So something a little like mammalian, a little bit of like sea creature. And holy moly. I just looked up. Wow. Holy moly. Thanks to Chris Notbush. And wow. Y'all, that is crazy. Oh, fantastic. Holy moly. Oh, I love this dude. I'm just now getting to know. Well, this is awesome. What's in the gallery? These are gorgeous. So you're offering sculpture classes. Hell yeah. Ground up, man. Very cool. I always tell my students, you want to get better at digital, get better at practical. Wow. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, man. Well, let me follow you. Where are you at? I was following you. Ha! Okay. I swear that algorithm is the worst because, like, do I see anybody that I actually follow? Yeah, this piece is sick, dude. Super cool. Okay. Man, I'm gonna take your class. Hell yeah. Well, dude, thank you so much for that. For everybody joining in. Holy cow. I don't think I've ever had this many people. So, first of all, hi, welcome. For those of you who are getting to know me. My name is Jared Krichevsky. I'll pull up my nonsense here. Here's my website. If you want to follow, I've worked on movies like Godzilla X Kong, Night Swim, Megan, Renfield, Guardians of the Galaxy, Transformers. So I've been teaching at Gnomon for 10 years and then streaming now for 101 episodes. So, damn, it is so cool to see you all here. So, it's super cool. And then, I hope everyone's having a great night. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can find me here at Jared Krichevsky, and I'll throw up the socials at the end of this too. Most recently, we just did a creature design panel for our 100th episode, where we brought in some top designers working in the industry. So please check out this. Please check out this panel. Link I think is posted at the top of the chat at the beginning of the episode. But we talked about what it was like working for amazing directors and having awesome experiences. And so I really just park it in your bookmarks and just pick it up. Yay! Thank you. Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you for watching. Just check it out. There's a lot of great insights in there, and some curveballs too. So we just had such a blast. So thank you. If you've already watched it, thank you so much for doing that. I know all the guys really loved it, and we just had a blast. And then stay tuned because Godzilla X Kong is coming out, and I have a lot of cool stuff on the way to show for that. But
Groovy.
Yeah, buy some toys. Buy some toys, baby. We're gonna have a great time. Okay, so back to this. We're gonna keep going with our crazy Minotaur spin-offs ideas. And again, this is back to basics silhouette work, just to improve those skill sets. One thing you can always do is when you're feeling stuck. Matt and I have talked about this before, but if you're feeling stuck, you can either start a new project and kind of go back to basics again and just refresh yourself on the process from the beginning. Doesn't matter how many times you do it, getting those fundamentals in there. So just like with Chris, going back to clay sculpting will teach you so much about digital sculpting. Some of the best digital sculptors out there come from clay. And that was also something we were talking about was Simon Lee, who dude is just a master clay sculptor. And he picked up digital and teaches digital now, and it's just incredible. He's just incredible at everything he does. So it's not the tools, it's the mind. It's the mind behind the tool. So now I'm thinking opposites. So if I do a lot of these big ones, I'll do a skinny character next. just to kind of break up the monotony of doing the same big muscled dude. Yeah, Vinny, the you're right. It's the mechanics, you know, and the craft, learning the craft, studying the craft, really breaking it down to its essentials. So what if this Minotaur was kind of like super skinny? Because no one says a Minotaur has to be buff. It could be kind of skinny and emaciated as well, with like some like demented, like weird overgrowth of horns. Because it's kind of like, you know, it's a bastardization of the traditional Minotaur. The traditional Minotaur is very much just like bull head on man body, right? That creature math is like, if you look at it, you have like dude's body with bull head, right? Back to like the old iconic, you know, group like that. It's so simple. What if we broke those expectations a little bit? So one horn kind of comes out this way. And we'll keep it kind of simple. Maybe it's actually got like a human foot. Like one leg is actually like a human leg. One leg is that'd be kind of cool. And I'm gonna give him a hammer, weapon, something, just something to do with his hands. Not sure if this is relevant. But I always remember Bruce Lee saying he was more afraid of someone who practiced the same move 1,000 times than who practiced 1,000 moves. Yeah, that's absolutely true. And Bruce Lee is always relevant. Bruce Lee is like the master. Be like water, my friends. So I will always allow Bruce Lee. I was teaching my son about Bruce Lee a couple weeks ago. He's like, "Dad, is Bruce Lee strong?" I'm like, "Buddy, you can't beat Bruce Lee." And then, of course, that sends him spinning off into like, "Daddy, who would win, Goku or Bruce Lee?" I'm like, Goku, obviously, Bruce Lee.
There is nothing that can stop this man!
Vinny, a Rhinotaur would be cool. That would be super cool. That's also a good maybe bull means maybe bull means bull elephant. Maybe bull means bull rhino, bull hippo. So that's a cool way we can spin off, right? Do something a little different. Okay, so once I kind of block in the silhouette, silhouettes can be loose, they can be really polished. I try to put a little bit of energy into them because it just makes it kind of feel more dynamic, I guess. And then I definitely want to play with like some tunics as a form of dress. I've come to the realization I'm a little sick of loincloths as a design trope. So I'm gonna play with tunics instead.
I feel a menace.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Can you materialize her into a maniac that goes around the beach killing?
Gee whiz. Shrink it down, do another one. And if you do a, if you do a big one, do a small one, right? Do a medium-sized one, do a bigger one. Start playing with those opposites. Yeah, I guess Bebop and Rocksteady. Yeah, I mean, what are they? They're mutants, right? They're pig plus man, rhino plus man, right? You just play with the same. You just play with that little creature map. Yeah, do it. Try it. I mean, and the process is kind of the same, right? Instead of a ball of clay, we just have a little ball of pixels, and you can play with shapes that way. Back to the posture question of like, if you want to play with posture, where you position the head on the torso, that's going to give away a lot about the character, right? If you put the head down there, or even if you put the head down here, these are all different ways that you can play with shape and character. Don't forget character, as a part of it. That's what makes a design kind of like fun and interesting. So I was also thinking about like that two-faced cow as a design trope as well. Add a little bit of like mutation in there. Maybe half of its face is human, half of it's bull. And we kind of play with the opposites, human on one side, bull on the other. So maybe this left side here is more human than human. And then this side is the traditional bull side. Shrink that head down a little bit. And then like his face, like what if the horn was coming through one of his eyes or something? We add a little horror. Like the human arm side is kind of like a baby arm, but the like bull side is more strong. But he can still kind of like bash you with a weapon or something. It's just not as strong. Okay. Don't forget to use like lasso tool. Cut things up. Sometimes all you need to let me get it. I forget my hotkeys because I spend all day in Krita now. Having been looking at mythical creatures, some are absurdly mixed, like a typhon having 100 dragon heads and its wings or arms are just like somewhere. Yeah, totally right. And I was showing my students chimeras the other day. Like a traditional chimera was like straight up. it's you can't get more like just like smashed on than that. I mean, it's just like lion, goat body, and then there's a dragon snake at the end of that thing. So yeah, there's chimeras were just like is like goat, and then that goat head is just like stuck on in the middle of his back. So maybe we need to bring some of that in, a little bit of craziness that way. mean, it's what the old masters did, so maybe we do that too. There we go. And it's like he's got some kind of like armor made of sticks or something. Sticks and twine. You know, and then as we develop this idea, we can also develop like the labyrinth itself, like what kind of labyrinth, what does he inhabit? Is it a stone labyrinth? Is it a labyrinth of like wood and trees? Could be a cool way to kind of think about those things and then incorporate those elements into the creature's design. Like, what can we do to tell a bigger story just with the character that we have? And I really like gnarled horns, asymmetry. Maybe they're splintered off as well. Just lots of battles and scuffed up. It's got this kind of like shoddily made armor. He's banished, you know. Cursed, really. This one's got kind of a long torso. This is why I like to also keep all of these on a separate layer. So you can just control grab them, move them around, scale it, duplicate it, whatever you got to do. All right. So we've done kind of like we've done the expected of like, here's like, you know, the main show right here. This is kind of like in addition to the main show. This is also kind of expected. Here we're getting kind of crazy. Here this is like on the almost extreme side of things. Which could be, you know, I want to play more in this sandbox as well. And then here's on the like, oh, kind of sad buddy. Like these next ones are going to be like sad buddies, right? Where you kind of pity the monster a little bit. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, like it is a tragic creature, and I think that's one thing we love about monsters. Oftentimes, they're just sad little buddies. Elefante 12. Most mythological creatures follow chimeric formula because of the categorical mismatching within folk taxonomy, a method of vernacular classification innate to all cultures. Mixing different animals was cognitively sticky for the human brain. Cognitively sticky. Yeah. That's something that we've developed a lot. Especially with modern cinema, is the idea of blending the designs more. Man plus bowl. So we've done big dudes. Let's do like a small stubby dude. All right, short kind of stubby legs. Let me fix Like, what if this dude was like a sumo wrestler?
This is the way.
right? And it's like a big, again, going back to my original reference of the Belgian blues, just massive. Look at that dude.
Oh yeah!
Look at that thing. That is crazy. So now it's like it's a hulking, just massive. Bastard boar. Bull pussy.
You can either be my friend or my enemy.
The last one looks like a human beetle. That's interesting too. That's super cool. Block it out. Yeah, he's literally neck. This cow is neck. He's 90% neck. He's not coming back. He didn't really have any horns, does he? I mean, that's also kind of interesting. Look at it. I mean, he doesn't need horns. He's just huge.
It's amazing. It's incredible. Very powerful.
Very powerful.
He should be dead, but he's still breathing.
It'd be really, really fun. Yeah, just a big tanker. Even his weapon looks like a barbell. You know, it could just be like tree roots or something. Two trees that are like smashed together.
Look at that.
And he's got like a giant stone or something jammed in there. And lots of wraps, tunic. Lots of reps. He needs more reps. All right, so we got our big guy now. Come here, where are you? Boop, 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 boop. Move this one around. Back down here. Big guy, right? And so opposites are always kind of where I go first. Is if I've done one thing, I'll do the opposite. All right, let's do another. Better to headbutt you into the ground. I feel like horns could be coming out of his neck. That would be cool. That's also a good idea. Dollar, you're cooking tonight. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's go. So let's go back on our more chimeric minotaur. So large torso, waist, pelvis, leg. There's the ankle, there's the foot, and the hoof. And this leg needs to be something different. Because he was a bull that was failed to be sacrificed to Poseidon. So maybe we do, his foot kind of leaves off into like squid or something. Because I did squid arm, right? I did squid arm up here. So what if I did squid foot? I don't know, kind of like a Voltron kind of situation. And then maybe the arm here is, I did crab claw. Maybe this arm is lizard, right? So it's got some kind of spiky spines kind of going down this way. Right, spikes. You know, gotta do spikes. What if the Minotaur was all leg day and had no upper? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's play it. Let's play it. Let me shrink down the torso then. he's all. I'll run with that right now because it sounds really fun. He's all leg day. All right, so let's go traditional Minotaur then. He's all legs. And then what, like skinny dude bro body kind of thing. There's his torso. Opposites can be funny in the character too. Right? That contrast will add humor. Shark fins on the legs, that's cool. Shark fin. Yeah. Shark Minotaur would be an interesting mix. I guess that's King Shark, pretty much. He's just human plus shark. But I like the all leg day Minotaur. His name is Jeff. Don't come to my... Stop coming out of my labyrinth. Mom. He's a cyclist Minotaur. Yeah. We're just slender, athletic. There you go. He's got his little... Contrast is fun. Sure, don't. Yeah. But with like this butt. Are all leg day Minotaur. That, and he's got like a belt or something across here. All right. Very funny. Very funny. You're a very good detective. And then I tend to draw all my characters facing one way or the other. So that's another thing you can do is just switch it up a little bit. There. I can write. I can do it. Let's go back here. What you looking at, bro? What you looking at? You in my labyrinth, bro? Bro, get out of my labyrinth. What you in my labyrinth, bro? Very funny. All right. Okay, let's go a little bit crazier again. This time, now we'll go hunched, right? Hunched over. So his head's kind of like down here. Trilateral leg. Other leg. So again, more Quasimodo, I'm thinking. Gamer. Yeah. We all look like that now. Yeah, kind of like hunched over. Much smaller head.
In your position, I would say yes.
And this might be the one where we do the double face as well. That kind of fits in with that mutated look. And then let's play with that horns coming down the back. That was really cool. If you guys have been watching Legacy of Monsters on Apple, they did the Bramble Boar, which was pretty cool. 3 different heads. All right, let's go 3. Let's add another head. And one thing I do sometimes is I like to get really loose. Keep it kind of tight around the face and then get really loose at the end here. Just adds a little energy. Something kind of like that. Okay. I think that one's pretty good. This guy's going to be a little lower than him. A little smaller, maybe. More craziness, more crazy. I'm trying my best to make it to like 15 at least. And then we can start developing one of these and start sketching out at least a rough pass. Ooh, this is Sparta. Sparta? Right, I just realized I got this on a butt the whole time. Come here. Look at that big honking bus. Okay. So back to, I want to kind of reimagine this idea too, which was the squid arm chimera bull. Baguette Minotaur. That got me. That made me chuckle. Okay. I'm going to have the head go the opposite way this time. It's going this way. Tried and true. Okay. Oh, you know what's cool? All right, so we got Minotaur leg. Let's do maybe crab leg. No, that didn't feel right. We're going to keep it to bipedal. Maybe crab leg in that it gets like pointy. Maybe it's a trilateral leg, but yeah, it ends in crab. So it's kind of like a peg leg. It should also be fast as an animal, have strong legs or something. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're liking the crab peg leg. So we kind of have like, mammal plus, undersea. So I was thinking about the shark fins, and I thought, okay, what if we do a shark fin tail? So he's got the tail of a shark fin, and it kind of ends off that way. It's gonna be kind of jarring to see all these things like next to each other, but I think it'll be cool. Could be cool. And I think we need just kind of like one creature hand that's kind of, maybe it's just kind of scaly. And then I want to do the giant octopus or jellyfish. Jellyfish arm could be cool too. I don't know how that would like. Oh, I got it. Okay, so back to the arm. Yeah, it's like squid from like here down, and then we could do like jellyfish like shoulder. There's a jellyfish on his shoulder like that. It's kind of like wrapped around that way, and then that way we can still. Because I'm thinking about like things to demonstrate too, like different kinds of surfaces. Panther is very cool. That's a good one. Sea Minotaur, that's cool. Sea Horseback, that's also. You guys got great ideas tonight. This is so cool. A Sea Horseback, that's really interesting. See, that's what creatures is. It's ingredients. Like what ingredients are we adding to our creature today? Like he's just a little bit mammalian, a little bit reptilian. Yeah. Exactly. How do we add a jellyfish arm? Jellyfish. Hear me out. Jellyfish. Ooh, snail monsters, snails. That's another thing is we could talk about like volcanic, like sea snails or things like that. Stuff with like armored carapaces and stuff. That's super cool too. Yeah, and a minotaur doesn't have to be. Who says it? The labyrinth is on. Is in a forest, or it could be an underwater labyrinth. The labyrinth could go through different kinds of terrain. Part of the labyrinth could be desert, or it dips underwater. So we can really play with those expectations of what the labyrinth is. Because I mean, they're all powerful gods, and if they want to banish you to like a labyrinth, they're going to do it. So there we go. Squid arm, jellyfish shoulder, maybe like some crab legs that are wrapping around as well. And then like I would love to have just a little bit of fur on one side. So he's just really got a lot of surface variation to it. See, now we're getting weird. Now we're really getting weird. This is great. The labyrinth could be a hallucinogenic illusion with puzzles of the mind. Could be, it sounds like, I want to say Inception,
Choose your destiny.
Babality. You could do a baby minotaur.
Babality.
There we go. Yeah, very cool. Very cool idea. All right, let me shrink that down. We're cruising, gang. Ghost. Okay, 11. All right. Let's keep going. All right. Next up, all right. The turtle shell. Interesting. That could be like a good shoulder piece or a piece of armor. I want to follow up on the seahorse back too. Just that was a really cool idea too. Yeah, like these spines are always really interesting. Where was it? Look at that thing. I mean, plenty of like sea creatures have been designed with the with these guys in mind. Look at that, just beautiful. He's gorgeous. Look at this stuff, so cool. These ridges are also really interesting, and then if we transition like the bull horns into that stuff. Oh yeah, hey Vaza, I'm gonna say it wrong. Vazalevs. Matt cannot be with us tonight. He's frozen in his apartment. He's all right. He took a heat gun. He found the pipe and took a heat gun, so he has water again. But he is out tonight. I know. We miss him. It's funny because I talk to Matt all the time, but when the event came together, it was just like wah, 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 and I barely got to see him. I gave him a hug, told him I loved him, and we were gone. So there we go. Look at all that. Look at all that stuff's pretty cool too. This is also really interesting, just as a structure. Like maybe half of the Minotaur's face has this kind of structure. That could be really cool to play with. All right, let's go with our seahorse Minotaur. I guess the qualifications are like what do we really want to do? We could give it a serpentine body as well. If we took a bull's head, added those seahorse kind of details, it does kind of have a different, it makes it less Minotaur, I guess. Like if he had an eel body or something. But you know what? As an option, where you got to try it, and sometimes you just got to try it and see. Yeah, with the turtle shell, like shoulder plate. Again, who says the Minotaur has to be a all bull? It'd be kind of jarring, I guess, to see a bull in the water. That would be weird. Like, why is this bull swimming at me? Bull shark, there you go. Add a little hammerhead in there too. I guess bull shark, yeah, that makes more sense. Say you're working on a project for a film or a game. What is the realistic amount of thumbnails and sketches you would do before moving to a semi-final, final stage, or a main character? Working on a project, realistic amount of thumbnails and sketches you would do before moving on. I think it kind of depends. I recommend about 15 to 20 thumbnails. Because by the time you start getting to like 20, 30 or more thumbnails, you will start getting into weird ideas, kind of like what you were riffing on earlier. That's when shit starts getting weird, and that's where the gold is, right? Is when you're exhausted, and your brain is just like, I don't know, what else do I do? That's when you throw on more, and that's when it gets like super awesome. So I find that about 30 is probably my limit. I mean, I've had things where I just riff on thumbnails and thumbnails and thumbnails. But I find that like after about 30, I'm like, I'm cooked, so I try to keep it to about that and no more. So 20 to 30, we'll just settle on that. And then you might do a couple of rough sketches. You might do a couple of rough sketches on top of your thumbnails. So here's the thumbnail that we picked. Here's some rough sketches in different poses or different kind of body styles. Because once you start to develop it beyond the thumbnail, more questions are going to pop up. You're going to be like, okay, maybe this doesn't work, or maybe this does. So there we go. This one's got kind of a spooky vibe. Skulls are always scary. But yeah, it does depend on a lot of the art director. For film, there is less expectation of doing thumbnails. It really does depend. Sometimes they'll have you do some sketches or thumbnails, and then they'll be like, just show us the final. In film, it's much more like, wow us right away. And I think that's because in film they have a harder time reading sketches or thumbnails. So the process can be strictly for you sometimes. Because sometimes you got to work through ideas. Okay. All right, that's 11, 12. We got 3 more. We can do it. 3 more. And I'll probably work through a few roughs tonight if I can, and we'll just take it through that process. Yeah, for the purposes of my creature class, my sketches, it don't have to be finished. Just the blueprint that we're gonna build. Our final model from. What do you mean flying? Like maybe it's a flying minotaur. That'd be cool. Or I always love it when like they have like one functional wing. Like Sephiroth. Okay. I'll do a really, really skinny minotaur this time. A skinny tar. Again, and then after I get this one out of my system, we'll try a weird hallucinogenic minotaur. That might be a little harder to conceive of, but I mean, let's do it. Okay, so this one's gonna have really long, weird legs. So sometimes it's taking a body part and elongating it or shortening it, increasing distances, taking distance away. All right, so he's got a long body, hunch, kind of a slumped posture. Kind of like that he would have like a little bit of a belly even. And kind of back to basics. Very, very simple posture. You know, this one's got a little bit more of a proud kind of a vibe. But I do like how lanky he is. That is kind of fun. There's something about weird, lanky monsters that are always terrifying to us. Eagle Minotaur, that's cool. I just have to get this one guy out of my system real quick. We'll give him some kind of basher weapon.
Say, aren't you a little too early?
What do you mean?
I mean, it doesn't seem like you're ready to
And,
join
you know, what's cool about this process, at least with thumbnails, is like
Passing through.
Folks don't tend to
your idea might be great and it might not be great for the project, but you can always come back to it. Once you got the idea down, you can always come back, and the best is when you kind of find an old one, and like, oh man, that still rocks. Still rocks to this day. Arrival alien. Yeah, the arrival aliens are weird. They have that's a good reference. That movie still wigs me out. Arrival alien. We're talking about these long, yeah, look at those weird. That's Carlos Fuente. But the movie I was actually thinking it was The Arrival, 1996. If you've not seen this movie, it's whacked out. It's got is it Charlie Sheen? I think, yeah, it's Charlie Sheen, and the movie's very silly and fun. This is actually Fire in the Sky. If you haven't seen this movie, Arrival. Maybe time for a rewatch. It was like very, very bad. Let's see. Okay, we got two more. Okay. What if we do a snake body? Snake body, Minotaur head,
I'm really just
right?
looking to leave here as fast as possible.
And then, you know, bull legs. Guy said, give me something spooky. Hello, Cabra Sidorov. Hola. Welcome. Yeah, what if I played with this snake body a little bit? So we add snake plus Minotaur here. And that could be a fun way to come up with a weird silhouette. And his arms are like down here. Got like a big spaded axe or something. I don't know, you just gotta try something weird. I do want to try that hallucinogenic Minotaur. So we'll do that in a second. And I've got an idea. That can be the last one. I do want to kind of develop these ideas a little bit. Salty fur. The bulls with the long, saggy ears and saggy skin. Do you have a name for those? Because I'm thinking of Damascus goats. And I don't know if that's what you're thinking. If you've ever seen a Damascus goat, and they, poor things, they start off as like the cutest animal ever, and then they turn into like the ugly. Have you ever seen these Damascus goats? Look at that face. Look at that. I mean, this is a great reference in general. Indian cows. Okay, James. James has got it. He says they are American Brahmin bulls. Let's take a look. Oh, weird. Yeah, look at that. Look at that hunch. Oh, look at that. That is such a cool shape. All right, let's get that one. That is, this shape right here is super cool. That is super, super cool. Those ears are like iconic. Look at that stuff. Yeah, look at, oh, wow. What is, like, my God, what is that thing even? They're almost like camels. Weird. This face, though, is really interesting. That is really, really cool. Great catch, everybody. That's kind of the joy of collaboration, you know. And that is one of the biggest things I miss about working in studio. I've been remote for about over 5 years, I think, and that is the one thing I miss, is that when you are together in a room, one person's intention is incredibly powerful, but when you have a whole team of people working on the same thing, it's amazing. You get really cool results. And we can also add elements of these things into our whatever we design. Like I'm going to add that. I can add this hunch, And so we'll kind of, maybe we'll add a little bit of a tail too, just so it feels more snaky. We'll add like a little rattle or something. Felt kind of abrupt just to have it stop there. And that's a pretty interesting shift away from like your standard Minotaur. Bull plus snake. Okay. Yeah, right? We're working together. That's the fun part. Okay. Next up. All right. Our last one. Who's responsible for the concept? All of us. We did it. That's a lot of people to credit. I mean, there's 60 people in here. It can swing even more with that snake body. Yeah, I mean, it could take some cool shapes for sure. I mean, that's a weird way to do a bull. All right. Okay, our last one. Now we'll attempt the hallucinogenic one. And to do this, I'm going to start with a standard bull archetype. And then we're going to chop it up. Because when I think of hallucinogenic, I mean, a couple things could come to mind. You could do, kind of weird wobbly bodies. Hear me out. I'm thinking of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Like we could play with some of the warping effect, which could be kind of like that, which could be interesting. Somewhere between like that and like Lawnmower Man or something. So fairly simple, just kind of body structure here. I'm going to shrink the head down. Make it a bit bigger. We can start cutting it up. Love it. Love my hotkeys.
This type of cinematic art.
Okay, so it's like if we don't have to play with like the standard expectations of anatomy, and we can kind of break those rules, why not break gravity as well and have it do some interesting things? We can. I'm kind of thinking of. Because I'm a child of the 80s, 90s too. I'm thinking of the T-1000. T-1000 Terminator. There we go. This is what I'm thinking of. It's like this stuff, kind of liquidy and hallucinogenic. It's the moment at the very end. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Everybody. Let's see. Yeah, this part right here. Yeah, where it's like, that part is sick. Something like that. And then because he's, it's hallucinogenic, there'd be like, I guess I want to say particles or particulates that are floating around, shape-shifting things. Thresh, molten metal. Thresh. Yeah, molten metal would be really cool too. Yeah, Thresh. I see what you're saying, this dude. That's pretty cool. Yeah, who says that the Minotaur has to even be, made of it has to be organic at all? It could be metal. That's a pretty good solution if budget is somewhat limited. Here we go.
From the dead. You've been living in the shadow.
There we go. And then his weapon would also be something kind of trippy, saber-like, metally. Okay. All right. That's pretty good. All right. So nice variety. And, you know, if this were the case, I'd be doing probably another 15 of these. But in the interest of everybody not getting completely bored and me not getting completely bored, we'll do some sketch. We'll pick a few of these and we'll kind of rough them out a little bit. We'll rough them out a little bit. So then I'll merge everything down and I'll duplicate it, and then I'll kind of squash these down a little bit as well. Oops. All right, gang. What do you think? Now is the time. All right, what do we think? Now is the time to decide. Let me grab a little color here.
Choose your destiny.
Choose your destiny. There can only be one. Well, I mean, you know, we can maybe rough out a couple ideas, but let's pick 3 max that we like. So, kind of where I'm at is of all of these, and I know it sounds a little typical, but I like 13. I like the skinny, weird, wiry, kind of almost nearly heroic guy, and we can really play around with the Brahmin bowl. So I like him. I also like this guy, kind of also combined with this guy. So 4 plus 11. So I like these two together. You like 8, 15, and 11. 8, 15, and 11, which is 11. Okay, cool. All right. 2, 12, and 15. 2, 12, and 15. 15's pretty popular. I think for this project, I want to sculpt more skin surfaces, so this might be an idea that I kind of come back to. 11 and 4, and add 13. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit of all 3 combined as well, and I also do kind of like 7 too. So we can definitely take these ideas and combine them. D She Devil likes 13, 9, and 10. 13, 9, and 10. Yeah, 13 and 9 are pretty close. And 10. 10 is very, very fun for some of the mutations. So Yeah, maybe we take all our ideas again. Who says that we have to stick to just this? We can kind of combine everything together. So, what the one common one that I see kind of with everyone is 13. So let's maybe start with 13 as a base, and I'm gonna just copy it over, and let's see. We'll just kind of move it over this way, flip horizontal. And we'll just kind of use this as a start, just to develop a little further. Partial 8. Yeah, the sumo. I mean, here's the thing: is sumo would be really fun as well. I mean, and this is why we have to explore ideas. Sumo would be pretty cool. Yeah, with defeated enemy skulls, that would be rad. Yeah, 8 would be pretty good. And maybe we just kind of combine a bunch of them, you know? All right. So I'm going to just lower the opacity here to practically nothing. Very, very low. And this is just going to give me my kind of starter anatomy here. And this is about where I start switching to colored pencils. And then we go back to our shapes. And your silhouette is just a guide at this point because it's loose. You know, when we're doing this, we're just trying to rip out ideas. So at this stage, when you're doing rough, now you go a little bit more refined. Everything is just tapered shapes. Oh, thank you. Well, we do a lot of episodes where we show different stages of our process. So, I mean, if you want to see more of like how I get to like a really finished illustration, check out some of the past Creature Corner episodes with Matt and I. We've done the variety. We've started in clay. We've started in digital clay. We've sketched. We've illustrated. We do the whole thing. So, thanks for hanging out. Then I'll do really, really skinny. And just rough anatomy. Yeah, it is. I sometimes we're, Matt and I. This is also why we do it. It's we're competitive, but with ourselves. So we'll look up and I'll be like, "Oh, God damn it, Matt! That's fucking brilliant, you bastard! You brilliant bastard!" I know. Well, that's the thing. Friendship. Okay. Get his arm in there. go. A big triangle shape for the head is going to be really important. And I'm going to look at, it's going to be a little disturbing, but I'm going to find it. I'm going to look for that two-faced cow. And I'm not going to show it, I don't think. Damn. Yeah, that is messed up. That is definitely disturbing. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go with the two-headed cow. One side's gonna be more man, and then the other side's gonna be more cow. The head's gonna be slightly big on the body. Also look up cow hooves. It's like you think you know what something looks like, and then you're like, what does that really look like? Triangular peak there. Torso, pectoralis, lower abdominals. Just get a little bit like more built as I start, adding that anatomy in. Just laying down some perspective. Perspective need not be complicated. Now he's god of death. Yeah, a little bit. He is cursed to roam the labyrinth. Yeah, I really like that weird hunch too. This hunch is really cool, and we can kind of bring some of that skin in, and I'll throw the shape off a little bit. Am I left-handed? No, I'm a righty. My mother is left-handed. Do I give off a lefty vibe? Seahorse spine along the Warhammer. That's cool too. Alborus. Handle here. His like Warhammer. And a rough, like this should still have a little bit of energy to it. Like you're still kind of working out ideas and getting some of that excess energy out of the system. And then just remember my penultimate rule of creativity, or most things, right? Is drawing is redrawing. Drawing is redrawing. So it doesn't matter what your creative discipline is. Sculpting is re-sculpting. Writing is rewriting. Painting is repainting. Drawing is redrawing. Okay. Now I'm just going to go ahead and merge those files together. Merge those down. So now we got one rough. I could do it again. Draw on it again. We'll give it one more pass. Only because I'm not sure I'll make it for another one. Just trying to hit those landmarks on the cow. There we go. It's a good opportunity for that ear. Yeah, they're weird looking. Look at it. Yeah, like if you want some great alien reference, look at that head. Look how far back that like cranium comes right here. Like that is weird. That is that looks alien. Even if you take the image and kind of rotate it, that's a strange shape there. Back. Most things that you're drawing all the time are going to be tubes, little tubes. Let's get that like turkey neck kind of waddle. Also, yeah, I kind of want to add like a little overhang here too. Oh, hey, it sure is. Hey, you want to say goodnight to everybody? It's my little man. A maniac. Look at this. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Look, all those people are saying hi. Ah. They said, "What's up, buddy?" They say, "Hello, little mini Jay."
Hello.
See all the people? Yeah. Yeah, they're all watching you right now.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you. No, they don't see. They don't. We don't see them, but they see us. Yeah. All right. Good night, buddy. Come here. I love you.
I'm gonna sleep in friends' room.
Okay, you do that. Good night, buddy.
Dad, guess what?
What? That's cute. Okay, close the door on the way out. Oh, yeah, he's a maniac. He's a maniac. Close the door. Oh, crazy man. All right. He's my own little monster. He's 5.5. Actually, no, he's closer. He's getting close to 6 now. So he's a little. Definitely keeps. Yeah, dude, he is huge. Oh, 6 year. You got 6 year. Oh, cute. I love this age. This age has been really, really fun. It's cool to watch the growth happen. It's like every day you look at them, they look different. You're like, holy cow. Yeah, let's get that. Some more of that weird kind of wrinkling. Get the knuckles in there. His like torso sitting on his abdomen weird. You know, I was thinking about when people lose a lot of weight very quickly, they still have all that loose skin. Because that also kind of ties with the bowl as well. When they lose a lot of extreme weight. So just a quick Google search here. You'll see like these weird folds, that kind of happen, or some kind of, there we go. This is a little weird. Yeah, look at that. Like some of that stuff, I think that would add to it. I think that a little bit of that. Well, I mean, look, they are people who were very unhealthy because their weight was so extreme, and so they made the choice to lose the weight and get healthy, and they will surgically remove the extra skin, and believe me, people who do it are much happier. No, the soundboard is operated by James. Say hi, James.
You are welcome!
James is the man. Matt and I constantly tell him how awesome he is, and that we could not do this. We could not do this without you, buddy. Okay. I'll break this up a little bit.
It's blood, there's no doubt about that.
It will devour you bit by bit.
It's like roots or something. Just at the tip, it's a little frayed. This bark is pretty rough, haggard. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, we're about to close up in the next few. So don't you worry. We're all going to bed very, very soon. Just doing some last bits of design. And maybe we do throw a third face over here. It was kind of reminding me of Annihilation a little bit. You know, the bear skull thing in Annihilation. Don't forget, just as a good rule of thumb, to flip your canvas. Save your project, flip your canvas. Sometimes just flipping it the other way is enough for you to see mistakes or see things on the other, you know. It's almost 10 a.m. Yes, us parents, we're tired. Because they don't sleep in at that age. I don't know about you, but mine, he didn't sleep in. Let's get that. Let's get the whole hooves. And so right now I'm just working without any armor in mind, and then we'll kind of refine the forms, and then we'll dress them up later. That'll be the next step. Kind of messed up kind of face here. Get more flabby skin.
How do we fight it? How do we kill it?
Just thinking of ways that we can add to the silhouette. Add some interest there. Let's finish this out. We'll figure out, some proper weapon designs or things like that as well. Hey, Fingernail. Nice to see you. Joining a little late. We're about to close up shop. Kind of crazy. We had this is definitely the largest live audience we've had on the stream. So it's been very, very cool. Just getting knowing that y'all are here and hanging out with me tonight. I'm honored. I hope this was informative. I know I had fun, and y'all have some great ideas. It's been quite a blast hanging out with you guys. Yeah, more wrinkly skin. We'll fix this horn later. I don't like that one. Maybe instead of a big horn, it's like a small stubby one that's cut off or something.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Oh, thanks, guys. We did learn a lot about bulls tonight. We actually we did learn a lot.
did way too much.
All right. So, I mean, from a little bit of kind of exploration tonight to just, one very quick rough sketch. This is definitely something that, I'm going to probably do a couple more sketches of these guys. We'll figure it out and kind of develop these a little bit more. And next week I'll probably I'm going to do the block out in class this week. for my students, show them how I go through that process. And then next week, hopefully we'll get Matt back. And then we'll do some more tight, refined sculpting on this. So stay tuned, and we'll for a quick night, getting back in the saddle again feels good. Feels good, everybody. Feels good. So I want to thank all of you for joining tonight. If you want to get a hold of me, contact us, me or Matt, at Itchy Tasty. Matt's at Itchy Tasty _. I'm at Matt Millard 3D. I am at Monster Mash 042. I'm at Jared Krichevsky on Instagram. I want to thank again our sponsor Dell and Gnomon School of Visual Effects, the Mecca of visual effects in West Hollywood, California. And thank you all for joining me tonight, and hope to see you guys again. So we'll see you
Groovy.
next time.